Welcome back. It is Tuesday, April 16th in the NBA. My three best bets are on the way. The play-in games are here. Let's hopefully dial on in. But first, we need to do a recap of how we did on Sunday, the last day of the NBA regular season. It was a 1-2 day. We're still on a scorching hot 8-2 run. We kind of had some bad luck for our three picks. D'Angelo Russell went over. It looked not great because it was going to be a blowout, but he got through in the last moments. Cam Thomas, he had 2 assists in the first quarter. He did not pass the ball the rest of the game. And then Devin Booker probably should have hit, but he did not get any minutes in the fourth quarter. I think maybe 2 minutes. He entered the fourth with 29 points plus assists. Only needed 3 more. He could not come through. But we finished the season plus 39 units. Now it is the playoffs. Now this is going to be the hardest time to bet props. You really got to be dialed in and watching all the games. Last year, pretty bad playoffs for me. I think I started the playoffs 2-15, so looking to really do better this season. The year before that was a really good playoffs. Last year, I did get married right at the beginning of the playoffs, so not saying I was distracted, but definitely had other things on my mind. Wasn't able to watch every single game, and sometimes I think that's very important, and I'm going to be dialed on in watching all these games, trying to get you guys the best bets we possibly can. So 3 picks in this video. Let's dive into them. The first one, we're going to wait a second, is because DraftKings upped their offer, and I want to talk about their offer right now. If you've never been on DraftKings, it's really important for MLB. We do a lot of MLB picks on there, but also they're really good for NBA too. They have $200 in bonus bets, plus a no sweat same game parlay. If you sign up using the top link in description, you deposit and bet $5 on any prop, you'll get all those bonuses. Really good offer. If you're not on DraftKings, you definitely should consider it. One of the better books out there. But enough of that promo. Let's dive into the picks. We're going to start with the first game, which is Lakers versus the Pelicans, the 7-8 matchup. I'm going to the first pick of the day. It is going to be an under. It's going to involve this man, the Brow, Anthony Davis, under 24.5 points, minus 108 on DraftKings. Now, Anthony Davis obviously comes into this game, and I'm anticipating him playing. He is currently questionable. He left last game against the Pelicans with back spasms. He still played 34 minutes, left with about 4 or 5 minutes to go. Could he come in, suit up, and get injured again? Yes, I am not banking on Anthony Davis getting injured to cash this. That is just a way you can cash an under. I do not root for injuries. That's not what we're rooting for. I think this is a bad matchup for AD. Now, if you looked on Sunday, if you took the under for Anthony Davis, you got cooked as he scored 30 points on 13 of 17 shooting, 77%. On the season, Anthony Davis is averaging about this line, 24.7 points per game on 55% shooting. So the 77%, yeah, a little bit of an anomaly. Now, if you looked at how that game started, the Pelicans did not come out and play any defense in the first quarter, and that was shown by LeBron James having, I think, 11 assists in the first, and then including a lot to Anthony Davis. He scored 14 points in Q1, 7 of 10 shooting. Of the 7 made shots, I went back and watched all of them. 6 of them were basically at the rim, an easy layup or a lob dunk. One of them was an uncontested mid-range in the final minute of the quarter. Of the shots, all of them were easy. Yeah, sure, Anthony Davis, if he gets easy looks tonight, will he probably go over this line? Yeah, he probably will. But I don't see this team giving him free, open opportunities. I just don't see it happening. The Pelicans got dominated in the paint. They give up 68 paint points compared to them just scoring 42. Like I said, the Lakers had their will. And if the Willie Green and this defense does not show up on tonight, I'd be shocked. I think they will come out here, play hard, and not give Anthony Davis free buckets. Because when Anthony Davis gets going, it's really hard to beat the Lakers because they have a lot of other talented guys. So if I'm the Pelicans, I'm going to say, you know what? We're going to get a guy on Anthony Davis, force some guys to knock down mid-range, knock down some three-pointers because Lakers are not a good three-point shooting team. We know that. And we saw in the 3 previous games versus New Orleans, prior to that game, Anthony Davis, 16, 20, and 20 points going under in all 3. This season, when the Lakers are fully healthy with their normal starting lineup, when you see LeBron, D'Angelo Russell, Reeves, Rui Hachimura, 49 games. AD is under in 55% of them, so a little bit over half, but he's under in 11 of his last 15, mostly all of those when they have been starting their normal starting lineup, 73%. So we look at Anthony Davis, sure, is he coming off a 30-point game? Yes, but I think that the Pelicans dial on their defense and force him into some tough shots. AD, you look at how he scores his points, 61% of his points are coming via free throws, pick and roll, post-ups, and putbacks. Those 4 methods are accounting for nearly 2/3 of his points, all of which the Pelicans top 10 defensively against. The Pelicans just did not come into that game on Sunday with any sort of defensive energy. They just didn't have it. And I'd be shocked if they did not have it tonight. We know this Pelicans team over the past few months been an elite defensive unit. I anticipate them being just that tonight. So I think they show up on defense, and I think that is starting with Anthony Davis. So I'll take his under 24.5 points. Sorry, AD, the Brow, we're fading you. Now, my second pick's actually going to stay in the same game before we talk about the Warriors and Kings. It's actually going to be a same game parlay. I'm going to put up the 4 legs on the screen and talk about each of them a little bit. It is 4 legs at plus 146 on DraftKings for just 1 unit, same as AD, but I really like this 1 unit to win 1.5 if. give or take. Now, the first leg is LeBron James, 20 points. The second leg is an alt under, Zion Williamson, alt under 26.5. I don't mind his 24.5 line. Then you have Zion in there for 4+ assists, and Herb Jones in there for 1+ made 3. Now, this is, I honestly really like this. I had 4 other leans for this game. They were Herb Jones over in threes, Zion over in assists, Zion under in points, and LeBron's over in points. Because like I said, I think with Anthony Davis slowing down, them guarding him, I think LeBron's going to have to be more aggressive scoring the basketball. Last game he had 17 assists. He saw 28 points, which that's kind of what LeBron does. But still, I think LeBron will have to score more. I'm confident he gets his 20 in a big-time game. That's what LeBron does. Now, as for the Pelicans' legs, if you saw how they defended Zion Williamson, it was basically anyone but him. If he tried to drive, LeBron was there walling him off. It's kind of hard to bully ball LeBron. He obviously has the size to kind of slow down Zion. But not only was LeBron trying to stop him, it was Rui Hachimura sliding in, Anthony Davis lurking, waiting for him. And they were just saying, you know what, anyone else but him. And that was shown. He only scored, 12 or 13 points on 13 field goal attempts. But he had a lot of assists. He had 8 assists. Of the 8 assists, 4 of them went to Herb Jones, made 3-pointers. So those kind of go hand in hand. If Zion's not getting assists, it's probably because Herb Jones is breaking it up. But I really think Herb Jones has a good spot here to knock down some shots. And I wanted to take Zion for 5 assists, which brought this parlay up to about plus 188. Just something weird feel about me. What if the Pelicans switch out how they were going to play their offense, and maybe Zion's not bringing the ball up and they're trying to put him into different off-ball actions? That could happen. So that's why I would limit him down to 5, down to 4. I think Zion can honestly hit his regular over 5.5 assists, or even, I don't know if 6.5 is a tad high for me, but I just put him down to 4 assists. That's something he's done in 70% of games. So I really like the same game parlay for 1 unit. It's my second pick of the day. These 4 legs plus 146. I think we win back a little bit under 1.5 units on that play. Now let's move to the final game of the day. Warriors in Kings. This is the 9-10 matchup. This is a win or go home game. Both these teams will be playing their starters a lot of minutes. And I'm going to a starter on the Warriors side. It is Andrew Wiggins, who I really like, over 14.5 points, minus 113 on FanDuel. I was doing the write-up for Stephen Curry. I like him, but they moved his line to 29.5. I don't mind that. I just think Wiggins is a little bit better of a play. Obviously, Stephen Curry's going to get his usage, and if I had to put one more pick into this game, it was Stephen Curry's over in points. But I think Wiggins is going to get his usage. Look, if there's anything that the Kings are going to try defensively, it's to slow down Mr. Stephen Curry. I mean, last year in a win-or-go-home game against this same team, the Warriors, in that Game 7 against Sacramento, Curry had 50 points. In that game, he shot 38 times. Wiggins still 17 points, 5 of 16, 6 of 10 from the free throw line. So Wiggins still got the job done despite his teammate having 50, attempting a ton of shots. Will Kuminga play a bigger role in this game than he did last year in Game 7? Yes. Will Klay Thompson? I don't really know. Klay has not really been great this year. And I think if I'm the Kings, I'm like, you know what? Anyone else besides Curry, we will let Andrew Wiggins shoot 3-pointers and beat us. We'll let Draymond Green shoot and beat us. But no one but Stephen Curry, and heck, even Klay Thompson, they don't want him to get going. And we saw last year in the playoffs versus the Kings, Andrew Wiggins was really good. 15 points in 6 of 7. He had 17 in all those games, so it's not like it was really that close. He attempted 12 field goal attempts in each game. So he was shooting it a bunch. Is Andrew Wiggins the same guy he was in last year's playoffs last year than he is this year? Not exactly, but he's been getting into form recently, and we've seen in his 3 games for Sacramento this season, his last 3, 14, 29, and 17 points on 10, 18, and 8 field goal attempts. And we know Steve Kerr trusts Andrew Wiggins. It's not like this is the guy that's like, oh, is he going to get minutes? Like maybe Podziemski or maybe Kuminga. Will Looney even get minutes? Will Trace Jackson-Davis get minutes? I don't know. But will Wiggins? Yes. He's a guy that they really trust defensively. He will be out there, and I'm confident he can do the job and get his field goal attempts. And we look at how he scores majority of his points. It's via good opportunities. Wiggins, 24% of his points via spot-up shots and 13% of his points via free throws. Those are really 2 areas of weakness for the Kings. They are 28th defensively against spot-up shots, 26th against free throws attempted and made. So I think those are 2 areas where Wiggins can attack. This is obviously a team in the Warriors that doesn't really get to the free throw line a lot. They'll probably need Wiggins to do that and at least put some pressure on the Kings defensively. They'll obviously have Steph Curry running around and putting pressure there, but I think Wiggins gets some open looks. Wiggins is over this line in 11 of his last 15. Like I said, he's been rounding into form, 73%, over in 6 straight games with 30 or more minutes, and he's over in 11 of his last 13 when he shoots 10 or more times. So I think not only does he play 30 or more minutes, he shoots at least 10 times, gets the usage, get to the free throw line. He'll get some wide open opportunities just based on Steph and Klay running off ball actions. Wiggins will be the guy that's probably left open to shoot those shots. So I really think Wiggins is in for a good spot here. I really like his over 14.5 points. I liked his over 15.5 points, or 19 and 20.5 points plus rebounds, but I'm just going to go with the points. I think points is a safer way to go with Wiggs. So I'll rely on him to score 15 points tonight. I really think he can get that done at minus 113. I'll take a stab at it. I like it at 15.5. I don't have any other leans or an SGP for that game, but if you like the SGPs, we can certainly try to do some more. Wednesday's plays will be probably live later on Tuesday night, so you probably have the Wednesday video before this video or these games even go off, or how we know how those results ended up. But I really like the card today. We got the Lakers and Pelicans same game parlay plus LeBron or AD under in points and Wiggins over in points. I think that's a winning card. I think it's at least 2-1, hopefully a 3-0 sweep to kick off the playoffs and really get dialed on in for a long playoffs, which hopefully a long and profitable playoff season with you all. But those are my favorite picks of the day. As always, let me know your favorite down below in the comment section. Let's have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys back again tomorrow with some more NBA action and with some more play-in games. We'll see you guys then. Peace!